Okay, this is actually an impromptu video that I was originally never planning to do. It honestly just happened while I was watching a video from another YouTuber I follow, which the link will be in the description. The video so much has nothing to do, not nothing to do, but not as much to do with this rant that I'm having right now as the comment section. And you'll see my name and myself in the comments section a little bit. But they're claiming that a woman, excuse me, they're claiming that a woman's situation and her claims of a sexual assault can't possibly be true and must be fake by the simple fact that at the beginning of her post, she uses the phrase trigger warning. Now, let me just give you a quick backstory of myself. I was sexually assaulted when I was 18 by a guy that I knew very well. My then boyfriend actually orchestrated my assault, and I, for a long time, honestly thought I blamed myself. My father was killed on my 15th birthday. He was a motorcycle rider, and he, granted, in his young days, he was one of the wild ones that you want to scream at. But the day he died, he was actually very careful, and a trucker pulled out in front of him without knowing if he had time or not to actually do so. Now, a friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, posted on Facebook a video that said Tampa traffic. And for those of you who either know this person or who know the video I'm talking about, please know that I don't blame the person for sharing the video. It's not her fault. She didn't know about my issue. She didn't know that I would have the reaction I did. She didn't put a trigger warning on it. Not even a little. It just said Tampa traffic. And unbeknownst to me, the video was of a white compact car literally, as changing lanes, runs over a motorcyclist. I watched it happen. I'm sure you can find the video on YouTube. I'm sure it's somewhere on Facebook or some other social media. My point is, because there was no trigger warning, and because I didn't know what I was getting myself into, when I watched that video thinking it was just going to be someone getting out of their car and ranting and screaming or someone doing something stupid like that, I had broke down and had a panic attack because of the simple fact that I saw another motorcyclist get run over the same way my father was killed. So, just because someone writes trigger warning at the top of their post doesn't mean that it shouldn't be counted. Doesn't mean that it's fake. Sometimes it's to be respectful and it's of others' possible trauma, and it's to be respectful of the people around them and understanding the fact that they're not the only people in the universe, and understanding the fact that there are other people in the universe who have gone through things that you may not know about. So just because someone puts trigger warning at the top of their post doesn't mean it's fake. And whoever is spreading that bullshit around and claiming that it's fake needs to seriously get punched in the face. And no, I'm not advocating violence. I'm advocating the violence of an idea. Not towards the person themselves, actually. It's more the idea that because of modern feminism, that's what one of the comments said, look at modern feminism, that'll tell you all you need to know. No. Modern feminism has nothing to do with the phrase trigger warning. Trigger warning is simply so you know that if you have a possible issue, maybe you shouldn't watch it, because the words trigger warning are normally followed by what could possibly be a trigger. So I made a post in a group one time about my sexual assault when it was my coming out about this happened to me. I'm finally ready to tell the world, and to show that I'm not the person for blame and I'm not the person at fault, I put trigger warning, sexual assault, emotional, physical, and mental abuse by an ex. I also put things like self-blaming, anxiety, things of that nature, because I don't want to be the reason for anyone else's pain. I don't want to be the reason that someone breaks down. I don't want to be the reason that someone can't handle the rest of their day. I don't want to be the reason that they literally have a mental breakdown. I don't want to be the reason that someone can't go through with their next step in life. Because I can tell you that the moment I saw that video that my friend shared of Tampa traffic, I sat on my couch and cried for a good 10 minutes and hyperventilated because I pictured it being my father. I pictured it being something he went through. I immediately felt a connection because it was another motorcyclist, and that's not her fault. None of that is her fault, but because I didn't know to not watch that video, again, not her fault that she didn't put a trigger warning, she didn't know, because we became friends later in life, I had a panic attack, and I couldn't do anything on my list of things to do for the day for a good 10 minutes, because I was too busy freaking out. And not to mention I was freaking out, but luckily I said something to her, and I didn't say she had to take it down or anything like that. I was just like, you know, I wish this had said something. You know, I'm going to hide this post, but please know I love you, blah, blah, blah. And actually, she apologized to me, even though it wasn't her fault, really. Apologized to me and took the post completely down. Which, again, I didn't ask her to do. I didn't want her to have to do it. But she did it of her own volition, because like me, she doesn't want to be the cause of someone else's pain. So to sum up this little rant, in case you didn't already figure it out, just because someone writes the words trigger warning at the beginning of a post, a video, at the beginning of a social media picture, a text, whatever it may be, doesn't mean it's fake. And if you have trouble comprehending that, please rewind my video for about a good 20 to 30 seconds and listen to it again, and keep doing so until you get it through your head. That's all for today. I'll be back soon with another rant. I'm compiling some things I want to talk about on that one, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, again, quit claiming people are faking their trauma. Thank you.